Hey everybody, Gage here from Sharp. We're taking a look at the 210mm Gyuto from Goko Hamono, made from Shirogami or white #1 carbon steel. Has a stainless cladding on it, meaning this knife is made from 3 layers of steel, the 2 outer layers being stainless and the core steel being that white carbon that we just talked about. If you notice right at the edge here, there's a bit of a wavy line here where you'll see that the stainless steel is coming to an end and the carbon steel is poking out beyond that. So only 2 to 3 millimeters of this blade right at the edge is susceptible to rust and discoloration and needs to be kept as dry and as clean as possible, and needs to be wiped down immediately after use, especially when working with acidic ingredients like onions, tomatoes, and citrus. But not a big deal. All you really have to do is get yourself in the habit of wiping your blade down before you put it down on your board, and you'll have no issues whatsoever. And if any rust does form, super easy to get rid of with either a rust eraser or just by scrubbing it off with something abrasive. So nothing to worry about. And the benefit of carbon steel is the edge retention, ease of sharpening, and just overall cutting feel of those really nice edges you can put on carbon steels. This knife has a really nice nishiji or pear skin finish on it, as you can see here. Some people would argue that this rough finish is going to allow food to release from the blade easier. I don't know how much I believe in that, but there's lots of people out there that would argue that. Taking a look at how the blade and handle come together, really nicely done, no gaps or anything there. The handle is made from walnut and has a black packwood ferrule. This here is just a sticker that can either be removed or left on, depending on your preference. No bumps or spaces between the ferrule and the handle itself, which is really nice. And as we talked about, octagonal in shape, so suitable for both right and left-handed users. Taking a look at the spine, a little bit thick coming out of the tang, but tapers down pretty nicely to the tip here. And then if we look at the geometry of the edge, relatively thin. Not the thinnest you'll ever see, and I find that these knives are great for people who have experienced Japanese knives and find them to be a little bit chippy and are frustrated by that. These edges can be a little bit more resilient in my experience. Really great performing knives. I like these guys a lot. They balance pretty forward, so right about there, which is great if you prefer to use like an up and down chopping motion, or a rock chop for that matter. I find that having the weight forward in the blade always makes for a more comfortable knife, but that's just my preference. So if you're unfamiliar with the Gyuto is, in my opinion, an essential for any professional. It is the Japanese equivalent to a chef's knife, so super versatile knife, can be used for all sorts of tasks, chopping vegetables, breaking down fish, slicing meat. Whatever you can throw at this guy really is within its capabilities. If you're a home cook, the 210, in my experience, just from talking to people that come into the shop, can be a little bit long, but and uncomfortable, unwieldy for some home cooks, which is why they typically go for the Santoku. But if you can get used to the length of this knife and feel comfortable and confident with it, it's definitely going to be more versatile and allow you to get more done. So there you go, the 210mm Gyuto from Goko Hamono. Thanks for watching.